Hey, you're gonna have a very bad time. Is that a bad omen?
Oh, let's see. Your first guess is right, chat.
Keeping us suspense before we get the 3 bombs.
Oh yeah. Now the sync happens.
The 3 bombs is very nice though, because now you don't have to worry about killing any of the guards to try to get bombs for your escape.
Oh yeah, having 3 bombs is great because they also need 3 bombs for early CAC searching and the lower half of Lightroll Town with Mini Molder Cave.
So I'm guessing the loser of this race has to have the opposite country's main thing. So if ChristosOwen loses, he's got to have a baguette, and Parisian's got to have a tea.
Oh, that should be a good losing gesture of who has to do what.
18 crumpets.
Tea, crumpets, and baguettes for everybody.
Oh my!
But I think Christos would agree if he does win, Parisian player has to eat Weetabix.
Yikes! You really gonna subject Parisian player to that?
Oh well, Christos did say it's a nutritious breakfast, so we'll see if that's the case.
The amazing thing is it's part of your complete breakfast.
Yep, and that's why we also see that sometimes in the Ganon text too. Have you had your Weetabix today?
Nice kill in the first room for both of these runners.
And looks like chat's already catching on. Weetabix is the best cereal.
There's nothing wrong with Weetabix except for Ganon wants you to have a nice, delicious breakfast filled with it. Right, filled with your insides.
Let's see. Oh, Christos does the knocking on the door strat there, getting the attention of the guard. And so does the Parisian player.
Come on, knock on our door. We've been waiting for you. We'll get to the rest of that song when we actually have the old man or the sanctuary.
Let's see if both players opts to do the slashing stress. I would think so.
Christos going for slash.
Oh,
and pretty. Gotta be careful. Gets it though.
Wow, with half a heart, he's gonna probably no. Oh wow, he's gonna go straight towards.
No time to lose.
Let's see if these guys opt to do some wall pumping strats for us here. Probably will.
So tell us about the wall pumping strats.
Well, it actually helps you save a frame per second. So that's why they do it. But it definitely hurts your hands because this is definitely one of those things that you do in an escape saves you about 6 to 7 seconds. But your hands are constantly mashing against the wall as you're trying to push off of it in a sense. And it kind of tricks the game thinking that Link is moving a slightly better by frame per second.
It's a frame correction, and Christos did pick up a Heart of the Pot heading through the corridor here, which doesn't surprise me.
Yeah, but the whole problem with this wall pumping thing is once you get hit, it's pretty much a bust.
I can't even do a single thing about wall pumping. Then I wonder why people have sub-6s in Escape that includes going through the sewers and into the extra room.
We get the famous quote, "I killed the bomb, but not the slug." Perfect. That's Parisian's signature quote. But this sync is really, really happening right now, as chat's saying right here.
And more bombs, because why not?
Well, they're definitely going to be happy about that, since they probably don't really need any extra bombs for the time being to finish searching out for Kakariko.
They've got enough bombs for Kakariko. They got enough bombs for the South Shore.
And let's see what we get today in Escape. Of course.
Well, money.
Oh,
and a bottle. Well,
a homage to B-Torp there.
And Christos deciding maybe not to blow his face up is a good idea at this point. So we do get the B, but more importantly, that bottle does mean that everything can now be done in Kakariko except for two things. One, we need a flute for. The other, we need boots for.
Most definitely.
What? What's going through your mind? Are we gonna find that flute real soon?
Oh, but we found the red boomerang, though.
I hear a rumor that it's the second best boomerang in the game.
Ooh, well, the red meringue fans probably gonna deny that one.
Well, we did see a map on ChristosOwen's end, and I do notice that Hera and Eastern were crystals, but I did not get to see what desert was.
Good question. I think chat will definitely correct us if they know something that we don't.
And lackluster pulls on both ends as we're back in the sync again. And desert pendant. And what's in here? Well, flippers. Well, that is very interesting because depending on where the pendant ends up in the Dark World, you might not need those flippers.
But having that knowledge, knowing that flippers is in the Lumberjack Cave, they might opt to do the fake flipper thing just for sequence breaking for that purpose.
So about a 80% chance that Aga 1 is required. It's enough that you might want to go for it.
Oh yeah. So we're definitely going to be looking for something like the Cape or a Master Sword, some way for them to get to Aga at this point. It is good intel though, knowing what's in the Lumberjack Cave.
What we really are looking for is if there's something on the Lake Hylia Island or even the Zora Island later on, because that would guarantee that the flippers are required. And now absolutely if they have to go to Swamp Palace, which we won't know for a little while, then you know flippers would definitely be required. Now Ice Palace, technically you do need flippers to get there, but these guys can fake flipper.
Yeah, most definitely. Yeah, Zora Ledge might tell us something. Good thing someone said that in chat too. Yep, most definitely.
And we find some love. The bow, which is going to give them access to Eastern.
Oh, that's always good to have. Finding bow early is nice.
It's always nice to know that when you're done with all of this farming that you're doing through the chests in the village and the South Shore, you have a place you can go, which would be Eastern Palace at this point.
Yeah, and it's also a crystal dungeon, so it definitely sets them on the right tone of, hey, let's get this done.
So we had the synchronicity heading into the well, where we find 20 rupees and different ways of throwing bombs. More 20 rupees.
20 rupees.
Bug catching net. More bombs, because why not? And more money, because why not?
Oh, we now know Agahnim is confirmed.
And well, how about that for a nice business decision? Get 200, spend 100 rupees, get 100 rupees back. It's a 1-to-1 special offer.
And as you can see, Christos didn't like that trade after all. Gave a little bomb to the vendor in the end.
Oh, Oh, it's only 50. I'm sorry. It was a wretched trade-off. All right, sick kid. What are you going to give that bee in a bottle? Well, there you go.
Oh.
Nothing can be done about that just yet, but it does leave in some possibilities a little bit later on. So, yeah, guys, get your orbs into chat as we go ahead and check to see what's going to be in the library now. EA?
Well, that's going to be interesting.
Shh. Shh. We're going to the library.
Yeah.
Oh, we found the mirror in the library.
Definitely a quiet moment for everybody.
And now that they're out of the library, mirror! You need the boots.
Boots required. Maybe for both flippers and mirror. Who knows yet? Not quite yet. Don't have that intel.
What if the boots are... No, the boots can't be on Hyrule Island because you need the mirror to get to the boots.
Logic won't make us do that.
Logic makes my head sink, make my head hurt.
Looks like Christos does the traditional NMG way of getting into the dam here.
Oh, come on. What's with this NMG strats here? Come on. Can't we just improvise? Go casual route? More bombs. Why not? On answer chat, the seeds are generated to our players under the normal difficulty of the race here, with as well as what is considered the casual setting, which means no glitches are needed to beat the game. We will probably see some fake flippering going on. That is not a glitch required to beat the game, so Hobo's not going to have the boots.
Yeah. It won't be because we know where the flippers is, so logic will prevent us from having to click getting that from there. I like this bomb strat. They have plenty of bombs to do it. The Parisian does the lower ledge walking strat.
And we're going to find out what's in the Light World Hype Cave. Is this hype or not hype? Well, red mail. That's hype. The flute! There's your access to Death Mound right there.
It definitely was hype enough for everybody.
So, as Parisian player, and well, it looks like Christos is going to do the fake flippers. So we're going to find out what's on Lake Hylia Island. That is going to be an important piece of information. Parisian player doing the same trick here. And 20 rupees on the island. I was hoping to see something like the Cane and Samari at this point.
So both players opting to do the fake flipper here.
All right, what is the Hobo going to have for us today?
That's always a good question. Gotta watch out for getting sniped here by that bowman up there, though.
Yeah, the bow can knock you out. And
oh, there it is. Ooh,
oh, the fire rod
wow.
at the Hobo. You're taking away the thing he used to set that fire. How is he going to stay warm?
Hey, Chris Rod confirmed.
Come on, people. Have a little bit of care and consideration for the Hobo under the bridge.
Yep, he's leaving that Hobo cold now.
It's okay. The Hobo can grab some fish.
And I think both players are going to head to Swag Dock, so that'll be fun.
It's time now for both of these guys to freeze on the screen and listen to the sound of the flute as the weather vane breaks on open. And because In the Name of DT isn't here, we're not going to sing you the anthem. He does it a whole lot better than we ever could. And besides, I've already had people screaming at me when I've did song references before, so we are not going to do it.
So everyone's happy about the Swag Dock anthem in silence.
Time to head up to Death Mountain. And interesting routing diversions here as Parisian player opts to go towards Rashla and Eastern Palace.
This is a good thing. So for us to see, at the least, we get to see some different places where they can see different items.
Parisian player wondering if that bow is supposed to mean something as far as the progression of the seed, as we're still dealing with 18 logic here, by the way. And there's the magic cape. Now, that is extremely interesting. For a reason I believe you're going to point out right now.
Yes, because the cape is a tool that we can use in the randomizer to get past the barrier to get to Agahnim.
And for what we know, that could be the only way to get past the barrier, as we haven't seen any swords come into play.
That's definitely true.
Oh, the hook shot on the spectacle rocks, so they are going to need, when they finally get the boots, to pick up that mirror.
And we got this mushroom now hidden inside the spectral rock cave. Another fetch quest item for now.
And with the flute, that now makes it easier to bring it back to the potion shop.
Definitely. You expect him to flute very soon or save and quit in flute.
Well, we're going to see him save and quit because it takes a long enough time without the booze to get on out of here. But likely we're going to see him flute on over, and there's the flute in his possession. Head on over to see what the mirror brings for him. Not the mirror, but the mushroom brings for him. And Parisian getting bowled over by the big ball. And the item inside the potion shop turns out to be, well, the Master Sword. Progressive. Swords for us today.
Well, that sword does help you out. It even triggers you more to go Agahnim.
As if you didn't have enough of an idea to maybe go to Agahnim before, you might have that idea to go there now. As ChristosOwen now checking out Eastern Palace, it is a crystal dungeon. You have all the tools you need to beat it, so why not?
And we got the inside information on Parisian side already of what this place holds, so...
I haven't seen anything exciting just yet.
Exactly.
Still not exciting. It's $20. So we will likely see these guys go to Agahnim, considering the fact that it is more $20 than it is the flippers inside of the Lumberjack Cave. But knowing that both of these runners, they want to confirm what they need to do first. Again, if any of them make it to the Dark World and they find out that Swamp Palace is required, then it's guaranteed you need those flippers.
And I think they're both looking for boots at this moment too, because they know they need that to get quite a few important items at this point.
Yep, both the flippers once they do defeat Agahnim, as well as picking up that mirror, which we now know is required to get that hook shot.
Yep.
All right, big key chest. Is a heart container. There's nothing good in Eastern Palace. All 3 items have been found.
Yep. That means the last item will be a dungeon item from Armos.
And just pointing it out once again, they did skip the ice cave. What if the boots are in there?
Oh, that's definitely going to be something they're going to go check. But they might discover that immediately once they beat Agahnim, if the boots aren't on the pyramid or anything.
Well, I thought Parisian player was making a run for the extra money that's on the right-hand side. Turns out not to. There's 90 rupees over there, and that could come into play if they want to make a trip over to Zora early.
Oh, that's true. I'm wondering if we're going to see that from Christos, and then we might see some Chris Houlihan rooms as well.
Oh, that's a possibility, too. I keep forgetting that it is a thing that these guys could end up doing to get it, and Christos trying to get the quick clear and missed it by one Skull Child.
All right, this is going to be good. Both these players are both capable of doing the quick kill on Armos Knight. So let's see Parisian players show us some strats.
1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi, 4 Mississippi, 5 Mississippi, 6 Mississippi, 7. That is an 8-second kill on those Armos Knights.
Executed really well by Parisian there.
So now where does Parisian go next? Parisian does not have the cape or the master sword just yet, so he doesn't have a way to go to Aga 1. But he's going to go there now via the old man. He's also going to get that intelligence that he needs to get that mirror off the library ASAP.
Oh yeah, most definitely. That hookshot will give him access to the east side of Death Mountain, which is also pretty cool. And
I'm not counting ChristosOwen since your chat's already giving it to me for skipping 8 Mississippi.
Also, the other way that helps is once you beat Agahnim, having that hookshot also gives you another access to Village of Outcasts by going the wraparound way.
Which right now at this point they don't have a way to, because they don't have a way past the barrier, but
yep.
Which would either be via the hammer, a glove, or the flippers, which would require the boots.
Yep. That boots is the missing item right now that they both need.
The seat is bootless until boots. And at this point, once ChristosOwen finishes up here, there really isn't much else of an option for him.
No,
based on the logic.
There's not many places left besides the Ice Rod Cave you're mentioning and Agahnim Cave.
Yeah, either Agahnim or Ice Rod Cave would have to have something, but I don't think we're going to see either player make a move to either because they're out of the way.
Yep. Most definitely. It's a long trek there without boots.
Alright, Parisian, where are you going? Probably right to the potion shop. Trade in that mushroom. Get that master sword.
And what is Christos doing? He knew that after killing Armos, the item didn't drop. Then he needs to go check this place for the last item.
Oh, right, you're right, because he skipped over this right-hand side, so he's thinking he left an item behind.
Yep, he knows.
Which he did, but he's going to find out it's just a heart.
Yep.
And Parisian player has had enough of this seed. He's out to Agahnim. ChristosOwen is going to check one more thing as he tugs against his door. He is going to go check Agahnim.
Some intel here on the ledge, too.
Bottle.
Alright.
So Agahnim here, one of the last 2 steps in this Light World puzzle available to these runners at this moment. I don't know if he's going to have anything exciting, but will he? No! Nice place for a fairy to drop. And, oh, nice move here by Parisian, emptying out the bottle. Doesn't need that bee in there. And ChristosOwen's going to check the Ice Rod Cave. He does not want to have to go to this Agahnim. He does not want to go to this Agahnim.
He's probably hoping for boots here.
He's hoping for something here. He's hoping for anything that could give these runners a possibility of what to do that doesn't involve going into Agahnim. All right, here's the moment of truth.
We'll see.
It is a bottle with a fairy in it, so that means the next progression item is the path that Parisian player is taking right now. Agahnim, 100% required.
Oh, yes. There's nothing else they can do at this time.
And right now, Parisian player very, very happy about the fact that he bottled up that fairy on the 3rd floor because there it is. He's going to have to even... Zora may have something, but the problem is that the logic won't place anything for Zora to move along at this point. He might have something good. But we already know that the flippers are in the are in the lumberjack tree, so you might as well go on with this at this point.
Now it's interesting to see Parisian use the Master Sword all the way through this, because Fire Rod does help out this place a lot. He kills most of these enemies in one shot, as you can see in Christos' side right here.
And Parisian is swung and missed with a boomerang. So I will take it back and say that there is a possibility that Zora could have something to move along the logic, but at 275 and 346 rupees, probably not going to be seeing these guys grind, even if they had access to the Houlihan room right now. Both runners opting not to grind money in the room in the Eastern Palace, as Parisian player, the first one off to Agahnim.
This should either be a progression item or they're forced to go into pod. And that'll be interesting.
Oh, yeah. I didn't even think that. Wouldn't that be creepy of this game to make them go into pod early on?
Oh, yeah. With this hard count? And, oh, well, at least red mail, but wow. Game, really?
And we get to the obligatory 5th stage lightning toss here from Agahnim. ChristosOwen just cleaning up on this 5th floor right now. Onto the 6th floor already. Parisian player has Agahnim down. What do you guys think is going to be on the pyramid ledge? What do you think, eh?
I want to say boots.
You want to see boots so badly.
I do want to see boots so badly. That's when they're going to kick
You got boots!
I did get boots. What are those, everybody? What are those?
Okay, so we've got access to the mirror. We now have access to the hookshot. We have access to flippers.
Everything just kind of opened up for these players right now after getting these boots.
So, Parisian player is going to check the bunk cave first. And we'll go see what's going to be in here, because this could be something nice. That's the book!
They needed that too.
Literacy percent.
Hey, we need to see that so we can see what that pedestal is if they actually go there.
If they want to check it for us, I would love it if they checked it for us. I would love for us to have a nice pedestal required seed after all of this. Parisian player about to pick up the flippers, the reward for defeating Agahnim today. And ChristosOwen defeats Agahnim. And we'll soon have a boots to start running. So now off to, I was going to say off to Death Mountain, but Parisian's got to get out of the mirror first so he can access the good old hook shot, which will give him access to the eastern section of Death Mountain.
He's definitely wants to do that.
And ChristosOwen now with the boots in hand is going to do pretty much the same thing, except for in opposite order. He's going to go grab the mirror first.
And I think I don't know if Parisian's going to go straight to the east side or he's going to finish Hera first, because Hera is a crystal.
I think at this point in time, because you have everything you need to beat the dungeon, go into Hera.
Yeah.
Why not?
Yeah.
You can also check the Ether tablet now, too, because he's got the book.
Yep.
That could be something that could also play into Parisian players' favor, because ChristosOwen did not go into the Bonk Cave. He does not have the book.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Now, let's see if this Ether tablet holds anything of use.
If this is something big here in the Ether tablet, this is big news here, because, again, ChristosOwen did not go into the Bonk Cave. It's a heart container. So, Parisian player now going to go into Hera. ChristosOwen's picking up the hook shot, so not much loss there for ChristosOwen in this case, as both of these guys almost in sync head into Tower of Hera.
And it looks like it was the Saint heart.
And apparently it was the Sanctuary heart, but still, it's one of those cases where it wasn't anything like the Canis of Maria, or a medallion, or the hammer. Still big items that we're looking for at this point.
Someone's asking what was Ether, and we just
the way you tell the difference
heart.
between the Sanctuary heart and regular hearts only give you one heart on your life meter. Sanctuary heart replenishes your life to the full. So that's how you tell the difference between the two. We're going to soon see if the basement's going to be required in this Tower of Hera. And judging by how things are lining up, it almost looks like it might be.
Yeah, it might be. Oh, Parisian does the bonking bomb strat here. Forgetting he has hookshot.
And sometimes you're used to the NMG strats, as you were mentioning earlier. Moldern, what do you got for us? Ooh.
Oh, the middle!
ChristosOwen goes down, and he's going down 2 floors.
And chat definitely knows that's why we call him Trolldorm.
Here's the thing. ChristosOwen has a cape. He could make this a whole lot easier on himself. And oh, Parisian player, no! No! He gets it though!
Oh no! Christos gets side railed.
And he almost has to go down another 2 floors, and we find a piece of heart as the reward for defeating Trolldorm today.
Alright, good. He safely jumps in now. You never want to jump into Moldorm when he's going north and south on you, because that's exactly what happens.
And ChristosOwen falls a 3rd time! In the same spot, too! And Parisian player now checking. Oh! He's soft locked!
Oh my god.
What a way to fall! Oh, that's a horrible spot to land.
Well, I guess that helped Christos catch up a little bit.
ChristosOwen ends up knocking off Trolldorm.
I guess that was never in his plans.
Have never seen that before. It is. I get how it's possible, but I've never seen that one before. And ChristosOwen is going down. And he sees the pack of bombs, so no, we didn't leave behind an item. There was no need to go down to the basement. Yep. And rupees, and the magic powder.
Powder.
And the uncle was right about having a bad time. And ChristosOwen does jump down at the right spot this time. That was amazing.
I think that was a little bit of a quick hop by Parisian that caused him to fall in there.
Yeah, well, we have the Quake pickup here. A heart container.
Ooh, the shovel.
Oh, that's nice to find. And another heart container. We pretty much have, I think, doubled their life since they've come up here to the Death Mountain.
Oh, the bomb jump here. Let's see if it goes down a little bit. Yeah.
And he gets it. Almost thinks about going south out that exit, but realizes, hey, this is where I want to go. We still have yet to see a lift upgrade.
That's true. See if a spiral cave holds anything for us.
So, Parisian player now going around the spiral. Around and around and down he goes. What does he get? Bombs.
Bombs.
You don't eat bombs. You're not that... What enemy is it that eats bombs? I can't remember.
The Dodongo?
Yeah, but I was thinking something else. Maybe Link's Awakening.
Ah, Link's Awakening.
And let's see what the shovel will yield our runners today as Parisian player heads on over to the Haunted Grove. And what are we going to dig up today? We're still looking for something big in this game. And, well, that's the ice rod. We don't know if that's required just yet, but considering how the game knows, we will probably see Turtle Rock be a pendant dungeon at this point.
Hey, ice is quite nice.
So I think at this point, just based on the logic here, and don't forget, ChristosOwen has not yet picked up the Bonk Cave and got the book out of there, so maybe the next progression is to go into Pendant Desert. Or ChristosOwen is heading over. Oh, that's right. ChristosOwen has access to Western. Or wait, he hasn't picked up the flippers yet. No, he doesn't. But these runners do have access to Western.
He realized it.
He just realized it. Yep. They do have access to Western Dark World via the flippers. Come out the other side. Yep. And then hookshot over. And that's what we're going to see Parisian player do now.
And Christos actually, I think that actually might have saved him a little bit because he's probably going to check this Bonk Rock here on his way to get the flippers.
Yep, too. He's going to check the Bonk Rock. We do see the crystals. Turtle Rock is a crystal this time around, so you did need to pick up that ice rod. It looked like... well, he's heading... Parisian player is heading to Palace of Darkness.
Interesting.
Book pickup for ChristosOwen. He's about to pick up the flippers too, and then he will do what he wanted to do about a half minute ago.
This might be a big play. Who knows? Now, find that hammer's what's going to be interesting.
Hammer's a huge thing right now.
I think hammer will help them a lot at this point.
Well, hammer's the one that you need the most of.
Yes, it helps you get through many of the dungeons, actually, and access to other places easier. Yes, and chat was asking, can lamp ever be in pod? Yes, it can.
Yeah, we had a SRL race where it turned out to be right in the those little hard-headed beetles. That room just before you go downstairs into one of the dark rooms. So ChristosOwen's now with the flippers in hand, with the book in hand, will now give us a map update. It is the green pendant, by the way, Pod is. Swamp Palace is the red pendant.
And looks like Turtle Rock is one of the 5 and 6's engines, and it looks like, I think, was it Ice Palace? That was the other one?
I saw the 6 on Turtle Rock, so I know that much.
Yeah, I think Ice Palace was 5. Yeah, that's right.
Yep, it is. So we're getting help from our 1,000 eyes in the sky right now. ChristosOwen's now checking off everything he can in the north end of town. A Parisian player about to come up to a block. And ChristosOwen's bonking into the King's Tomb. What are we going to find in the King's Tomb this time around?
Good question. Oh, there's the first lift.
Glove.
There's your first lift item.
Yep. Now, we're not dealing with progressive updates here, so there could be a Titansmith that Parisian player finds beforehand.
That's true. You never know. But that Titansmith is absolutely necessary in order to beat the game.
It definitely is, because you can't access Ganon's Tower without it. You can't access Turtle Rock or Ice Palace or Misery Mire.
Yep. And those are required this time around, so...
And there's the 4th bottle location. For people asking in chat, a little bit of a recap. Moon Pearl turned out to be via the sick kid in Kakariko Village. The mirror was on the library, which you needed the book to, rather the boots to grab. The boots on the pyramid ledge. And we don't know if the flippers are required, but based on the way that this seed has been playing out for these guys, it almost seems like as if they wanted these guys to go this way.
That's true. And Power Gloves was just found in King's Tomb, as you just saw. Our first lift upgrade.
So a heart container here for Parisian, and he's going to torch this next room to make it a whole lot easier for us to look at.
And it's also smart of him because he can get these rupees here.
Yeah, especially considering the fact that nobody has made a trip over to Zora just yet. And nothing interesting here. And that's an interesting light spot.
The fake light's still going.
I've never seen that happen before. That's something new.
Definitely Spotlight Central there. But we did see the hammer on one side. C-shaped house hammer by ChristosOwen.
Yep, so unfortunately, Parisian player is in a dungeon that he cannot finish.
Yep, because we have the intel.
There's the bombos. We don't know if that's required, but it's good to have more medallions in your arsenal because it gives you better odds when you actually go to the 2 dungeons that do require medallions. And we say goodbye to Parisian player, by the way.
Oh yeah, this is Dark Nav time. Most definitely. Hold on a second. We can do something about that.
So, Parisian player making his way through, just trying to get through this entire maze. This is the worst room of the dark rooms and the Palace of Darkness. Step inside, can't see where you are. You have to try to figure out where you are according to where your sprite is. And the way you can make it easier for yourself is just to hold out your sword and let the sparkles guide you. And unfortunately, the compass here tells Parisian player this dungeon is unwinnable. You'll have to come back later when he has the tools to beat it. So I'm wondering if Parisian has not thought about the possibility of him being able to go via the flippers and the hook shot over to the west side.
Well, I think Zora, you think?
He's going Zora, which is why he grinded that money.
That makes sense to me.
So let's see what the Zora has. Also see what's on the island here, because it's still a possibility something big is in there.
The ledge. Ooh, mirror shield.
Mirror shield, aka the riot shield, aka you can't see Link's face no more shield.
Well, and let's see what life lessons gives us today.
What does 500 rupees buy this time
Oh, wow.
A 90% ripoff.
Well, Mr. King ripoff pays off again.
How would you feel if you gave 500 rupees to somebody and they only gave you 50 back?
That just tells me it wasn't worth the investment.
Parisian player opting to go into the desert.
Well, that seems to be the right choice for him at this moment.
Which just makes me wonder if he doesn't realize he can swim across and hookshot. These guys are good players. These guys are very good randomizer players. But sometimes you can be tossed a situation in randomizer you're not even thinking about.
Yeah, jumping into the broken bridge path to swim around to then hookshot to the village of outcasts is something that a lot of players are not quite familiar with at times, because it's something you don't really see in the action.
So blind, the fight that is the same no matter what sword you have.
ChristosOwen does some fancy dodges. Pretty much gonna take one more slash and it's over. There you go.
And down goes Blind the Thief. To give him now his third crystal at 46 minutes in. So ChristosOwen's now making his way. I believe he's going to topple. No.
He's going down now.
Yeah, I thought he was heading up to Skull Woods, but it looks like he is thinking other things. Did we just see? Yeah, we did see the Power Glove is inside Desert Palace.
Ooh. So he found the Titan's Mid after all.
The Titan's Mitt, rather, yes.
Well, hey, it actually was something he needed, so it wasn't a bust for him at all doing that. Actually helped him out.
Yes, it is. And that does now give him full access to the Dark World.
That was actually huge.
That's what he needed, because otherwise he was on a wrong path. We do know that Ether, which we have not seen yet, is the one to get into Misery Mire.
That definitely was a huge play for him. Now he's definitely on the right track again.
Yeah, the whole idea here is if there was nothing in there, if there was nothing in Desert Palace, then it became a huge situation here where Parisian player would be getting confused. And we did find silver arrows for ChristosOwen.
Oh, yes, silver arrows. Well, that's definitely a good sign, because having Master Sword at this moment without a better sword, it makes the Ganon fight so much easier.
Still not easy if you have Master Sword, but yeah, you are right. It does make it a whole lot easier. Now Parisian player opting time to head on over to the Dark World. So yes, indeed, it is required to head into Pendant Desert this time around.
Oh yeah, you have to do it. There's no way around that. Titan's Mitt is definitely a most necessary item in this game.
ChristosOwen's about ready to check the Bombos tablet. We'll see if there's anything interesting in here. We do know Ether is required. Kane Samaria also going to be required as well.
Oh!
The Tempered Sword. So we are dealing with progressive swords here.
And he's going to be happy here. Parisian's soon going to discover that hammer that he was missing to finish Pod. It's right here.
ChristosOwen's looks like he's getting ready to go to the Dark World Hype Cave, which, honestly,
there's not too much left.
Yeah, there's not a whole lot left that could be hyped.
Yeah, well, I don't see what it could be that would be so hyped now, but we still have a lot of locations left. But let's see what this hype cave has for us today.
Well, here we go. Heart piece.
Oh,
There's
there it is!
Ether and the single arrow and money.
Single arrow fans.
We get our validation arrow and the ether, which the ether's the bigger part because he doesn't know it, but well, here's the thing. He's got all 3 of the medallions.
Oh yeah, he doesn't have to worry about anything anymore about checking into. Oh, can I get into Mire or I can get into Turtle Rock? I got everything.
So that means the only item that we know is required in this game, that is eluding our runners.
Oh, look at what Chris is doing.
Will be the Cane of Samaria. Well, he's got to go in through the back way.
Yep, he has no choice but to go the back way.
He does not have the Tinsmith, which we know is in desert. So he's got to go in through the back way. He might check the pedestal after he's done with Skullwoods, though.
Mm-hmm. It makes perfect sense because he does have to finish Skullwoods, and looks like he's doing so.
So this is game 1 of 3 between these two. The format here, the best of 3 here through the early stages of the brackets. Game 2 will be right after game 1 is done. Get to see what's here in Skullwoods. So for those of us who are hoping for some pedestal hype, it looks like the only way it could be possible this go around is if it's the Cane of Samaria.
Mm-hmm. That's the only item I would think they would need for pedestal hype. Because as we can see, Regent's capable of doing dark navigation.
You get to this stage of the tournament, a lot of the runners are going to have complete ability to run dark dungeons.
Oh yeah.
Lamp is less of a priority than it would be like during a group stage.
Oh, look at that strat that Christos did. That bumper strat, getting him over to that side.
And uses the key to find, hey, look, here's a compass. Have fun. Alright, bomb jump time.
Perfect. Let's see what this holds. Just a piece of heart.
It is a piece of heart, and chat confirming, correcting on the statement here about the lamp. The lamp in this seed cannot be in the pedestal because of the pendants required to claim it.
Yep. That's why red cane's the only thing that can be in the pedestal. If we're hoping for that.
Come on, you're not hoping for it?
Well, we're gonna be here for a really long time then. And we still got match 2.
And the problem is?
I don't know about that. I'd like to see these guys clear this match faster without having to do all the dungeons.
They're still gonna get a sub 2 if they have to do all the dungeons the way they're going.
That's true. This pace they're going at is really, really quite insane.
I bet ChristosOwen really wanted that magic, that full magic decanter, but he's not gonna get it now.
Well, let's see what this holds for them today. So it says, please, no pedestal.
Well, ChristosOwen is probably going to check it right after he's done with Mothula, which with the Tempered Sword is done before you know it.
I have a feeling Willard's pedestal steal with DT was the last pedestal seed in tourney.
Yep, it was.
Yeah, come to think of it, I think it was.
It was so hype it made my power go out for 11 hours. Or maybe it was a thunderstorm. No matter what you do, this blue returns to you. The bloomerang in the pedestal.
Ah, blue boomerang fans.
Pedestals required if you like bloomerangs. These guys don't. It's not required.
Looks like we do have boomerang fans.
And the Cane of Berna found here on Parisian Player's End. He says no.
Well, that means we know they don't have to... the Red Cane definitely is not going to be into rock. So therefore, double-chested fairy is definitely not going to be an option anymore.
And just a correction to our tracker, that Skull Woods was the dungeon that ChristosOwen just defeated, not the Swamp Palace, as we get that corrected. And got that corrected on our end here. Let's see what the catfish has.
All right. Let's see what this holds today. Oh.
Arrow increase, and what does the bat have in store for us?
Is it the item we need? Nope. Not the kind of red we were looking for.
It's red. It just isn't the red we're hoping for.
Yep.
And ChristosOwen's about ready to get ripped off by the King Zora. Here, keep the change, you filthy animal. Purple chest here for Parisian Player. And inside the purple chest, we find more red. The same wrong red.
And I think Parisian might be going to Hype Cave this way now. Oh, he remembers he has to first go into Dark World.
And he will eventually get to the hammer.
There you go.
I think ChristosOwen is going to check the ether tablet, which he'll get the same cart.
Yep.
Then, just based on what he's got, I think he will make his way over to the Hookshot Cave. Oh no, he can't. He can't. He still has no access to the stuff on the right-hand side.
Mm-hmm.
So the hype here for Parisian is to pick up that ether medallion, which he knows is required for Misery Mire, as ChristosOwen's not going through the Spike Cave here, and this is a hard and difficult strategy here, just to take all the damage, but you're going to be saving and quitting once you're done with this, so why not?
Let's see what this item holds today. Oh, it's just a piece of art.
Parisian Player about to pick up the Tempered Sword off the Bombos tablet.
That will be a relief for him, for he doesn't have silvers yet.
All right, yes, he has not gone that direction.
And I know Christos is probably thinking, where are these mitts?
And here he goes into Desert Palace, so he's about to find them.
Yep, it kind of pushed him into that direction because he didn't really have any other place he can go at this moment.
Yeah, that's the whole thing about the Titans-Myth, is that you are limited on your options.
Yep.
Could have gone into Palace of Darkness, but that's a long dungeon to try to go through. You might as well take care of Desert while you're thinking of it. And Parisian Player with the Titans-Myth in hand is going to give us a chance to see what's in the 7 possibilities that are over here in Death Mountain.
Well, we shall see if this Red Cane is here. And if it is, then he's in go mode, I would say.
He will be, yes. Which will also be kind of tough for Parisian Player because he doesn't have the silvers.
Looks like chat's already calling out Hookshot Cave will have the cane.
There's red, but the wrong red. There's blue in the shape of bombs. And Christos, there he is. There's the Titansmith. He's happy with that. That gives him access to more things. He's going to finish searching things off here. And Parisian, I'm not certain why he's checking the medallion here for Turtle Rock, because he's already got all 3 of them. But we do find out that it's Bombos to get into Turtle Rock this evening.
He's going to check with the ledge item here, because I don't think he was on this side yet, so let's double check.
10 arrows. We're not going to see those 10 arrows ever again.
What?
So the thing here with ChristosOwen is now that he's got the Titansmith, he's got access to Mire. He's got access to Ice Palace, as well as Turtle Rock. No cane here for Parisian. East Dark Death Mountain.
Comes empty.
Is a bust.
Now, this is interesting to see where they would go, because we kind of know a little bit more about what's going on. But I would think Parisian might opt to finish some dungeons now that he could finish.
But at this point in time, he's got to get thinking about going into Skull Woods, because that is a required dungeon.
Yep.
And then eventually make his way into Ice Palace or Mire. I think he wants to try to get through as much of these dungeons, as little of these dungeons, because he wants to be on go mode.
Yep. Looks like he's checking Bumper Cave, you think?
He's going to go ahead and check Bumper Cave. That's nothing. It's just a bomb increase here. He's going to go ahead and check north of the graveyard. That's nothing. And he's going to find the glove downgrade in the King's Tomb. And because of the number of the crystals here, the double-chested fairy stop is not going to have the item that you're requesting, because you need that cane to get through Turtle Rock.
Hey, now, so Hashirla still could hold the red cane as well, though. Possibility.
Oh, what is this with us wanting to make our lives difficult for the runners? I love it.
At least that's the only thing that can make this seat a little bit longer now. For we do know that pedestal is no longer our cherished item that we wished for.
Dab nabbit.
Yep, there's definitely a lot of places it can be still.
And so, Parisian player finding the power glove. It's so bad.
He's playing with a different kind of power now.
Yeah, the power of where in the world is this cane? I want to be on go mode.
And I think in the back of their minds, thinking, not Ice Palace. I don't want a full clear Ice Palace.
Well, guess where Christos is going?
Oh boy, here we go.
Guess where Christos is going?
Ice Palace, full clear time.
Yep, let's have some fun.
But the ice is definitely a good play. They definitely need to finish this, though. And Parisian's definitely made the right play here, too. He's got to finish these dungeons. 7 crystals required to get into Ganon's Tower.
7? We can't make it 8 tonight?
Well, let's get that green pendant an 8. Let's consider green pendant an 8th one. If Saha has it. Oh,
Butter sword in the midst of the Ice Palace, and that's got to be one cold stick of butter.
I can't believe it's not butter.
So that's one of the 3 items you can find in Ice Palace.
Most definitely.
Which is nice to Christos at this point in time. You know what would make it even nicer? If he could find that lovely little red cane that he would get, that it would make him on go mode, so that way he doesn't have to go through this entire remainder of the dungeon.
Most definitely, that would be nice.
And time for the IPBJ. Which Christos nails on the second try. And he did kind of become patient trying to wait. Because that fire barrel would have knocked him to have to do this all over again if he went too fast. I don't see any problem with my phrasing tonight. I just blame the thought process of our viewers.
Looks like Christos is definitely doing the right move here. He has the full clear here to figure out wherever this red cane elusively is hidden.
We find the big key, and that's then over to the second floor, and what's in the Ice Palace big key chest? Blue mail! Which you normally need the big key to get into, so it's not that far away. It's like that and the big key just traded places here. Well, not really, because the big key is not in that big chest for reasons. But that is item number 2. And time to deal with the Freezors and find out what they have inside their chest. It's just a map. And where is Christos going?
He's gonna probably use the hookshot strat here.
And nothing but a small key and Parisian player getting the hint about the bloomerang being in the pedestal. So there's one chest I think Christos did. The Agahnim. And without full magic, Christos has to do bombo strats. I'm being told I'm sounding like a robot. You want to say some things? Being told it's better now. As we get a key. Now there was, I believe, one chest that was left out inside that ice palace. Hopefully it doesn't come back into play at this point. Parisian player, I'm wondering where he's heading off to now, but I'm thinking eventually he will make his way over to south of the Haunted Grove, where he will be happy to find the silver arrows. That will remove the advantage that Christos has over Parisian at this point. Now, he does house out the advantage of the Butter Sword, but it depends if Parisian player is still searching for items when he goes into the Ice Palace. But ChristosOwen now heading into Pendant Palace of Darkness. It's the green pendant. And he takes a look at his map and thinks about it. And he continues to go. So once again, ChristosOwen's thinking about it. It's like he's trying to make sure whether or not he wants to go in there. As Parisian player does pick up the silver arrows. He is having some issues, and he will be back in just a few moments. So I think he's back now.
Yes.
The chat was missing you very dearly.
All right, let's. Am I alive again, everybody?
I don't know.
I guess chat deeply missed me.
They
Sorry
did.
about that.
They missed you a whole lot. Parisian player going into Ice Palace. Christos' other advantage of having the Butter Sword will no longer be in play now either.
Oh, looks like, wow. Like, everyone's happy to see me back. Well, hello, everybody. I'm sorry I was missing for a second. I had to refresh because I couldn't see anything.
Excuses, excuses.
I have to be able to see your lovely chat text.
You do?
Oh, yes. I love my chat. They're good people.
You love them as much as you love Speed Gaming's chat?
That's exactly Speed Gaming chat. Oh, look at that. Someone said, notice me, he said, but yes, I did notice you.
Butter Sword pickup there for Parisian player as ChristosOwen bonks into the wall. Here to open that up. So where do you think this cane is going to be?
Oh my god. Hey, Sahasrara might be the play. That's why I think Christos is doing this dungeon.
Even though he looked at it about 3 different times.
I mean, it's a pendant dungeon. It makes you think twice sometimes.
Absolutely. Like, do I really want to be in here?
Oh yeah.
And
That's
the answer
always a
is,
question.
yes, you do want to be in here. Maybe Sahasrara does have this. Then Parisian player is going to be feeling sick because he missed it. And Parisian player has already opted to switch here, and IPBJ for him results in a fall down. We have yet to see the lamp, so we're going to see some more dark rooms coming up.
And that will be interesting. Now, we also know the dark room thing won't be a problem for Parisian, because unbeknownst to most, he's also known as the player who plays this game blindfolded.
Yeah, and we saw him take good care of the dark rooms via the his first trip in. ChristosOwen's making quick work of the downstairs and opted not even to light a torch.
Very hyped here.
So, Parisian player about to find his sweater downgrade.
It's kind of ironic because blue mail is the big chest item in this place in vanilla.
That is correct, and unfortunately, it's not going to yield him anything big this time around. Making quick work, ChristosOwen is in this lovely little Dodongo-esque room here, filled with lovely little fire and no parting gifts.
Ooh. There's the downgrade. He's like, great.
Yep, he throws the laundry right onto the floor and says nope to that. Now, there was one chest in here that we did not see on ChristosOwen's end. Wouldn't that be something if that did have the Cane of Samaria in it, as Parisian player is about to get himself torched by the fire bar because he tried using the hammer to adjust his movements. It didn't work. And downstairs, Parisian player has enough keys for this dungeon, which you normally don't need a key for this dungeon, do you?
Well, not if you do the bomb jump. Then you don't really need that key.
Parisian player opting not to go for that chest either. He's off to Cold Stare. ChristosOwen is opting to leave Palace of Darkness. So the search for the elusive Cane of Samaria continues in this game. And you have the puffy pink clouds here chasing after Link, and Butter Sword, no problem. Parisian knocks him down.
See where Christos goes, because there's probably some things he hasn't done quite yet. Oh, the frog, yeah.
Yep, the frog in the lunchbox coming up here for Christos, which we know is not going to yield him the things he needs in time to dash with the hammer. And the frog just is running right after him. Where is this Cane of Samaria? Is it in Misery Mire? Could that be a
vanilla
thing?
cane? Yeah, could be a thing.
Parisian player is heading to Swamp Palace next.
Now this could be the big play.
And so the heart piece pickup here for ChristosOwen, who at now an hour and 17, who's been on one item from go mode here for the last 25 minutes, is going, where's that one item? And anybody who plays this game knows that feeling.
Yep.
You think you're moving along on the seat. You think you're doing very, very well. Then you come across the one item you can't get a hold of. And it trolls you all throughout.
Now where is this red cane? Could it be in Swamp Palace or a vanilla Misery Mire? What does chat want?
It still could be Sarashula, which we know ChristosOwen never finished that dungeon.
That's true. He didn't complete it after all. People are saying Sarsaparilla Mire.
It's not in the first chest here of the Swamp Palace. And it looks like ChristosOwen is going to be stalking Parisian player by going into Swamp Palace himself.
This is going to be interesting.
It's going to be interesting for us. These guys here might not think it's interesting, and don't forget, they've already agreed to do Game 2 right after this.
That's very true.
So stay tuned for that coming up here at Speed Gaming 2 right after this.
And now chat's also saying, yeah, if it is in Swamp, this is going to be an extremely close race.
That is correct, because both of these guys are on even ground as far as this run is concerned.
Yeah, it's just going to be a race of execution in the end if they both find this item.
Well, we find $300 inside one of the chests here at Swamp. There are 6 unique chests in here. In a race here that has just been very, very interesting in the aspect of you don't know who really has the lead at this point.
Yep. And Parisian really smartly remembers not to flood the key.
Oh, come on. What's wrong with flooding the key?
Oh, it's a lot worse in NMG. You can't flood the key. Pretty much your run is over if that happens. But in Randomizer, they set it so that you can still reverse this situation from happening.
Oh no, your run's it over with. You can just pretty much spend the next 6 hours bashing your head against the wall. And then start the run all over again. And do the same thing again.
Ooh, this cane. My goodness. No, both runners went into pod, but at a current point in time, Parisian didn't have the hammer to complete it, and ChristosOwen opted not to fight a Helmasaur. So that's what's going on with pod.
Yeah, and that's an interesting decision for him not to finish it, considering the fact that it's the green pendant. And so far, we have yet to see it, but we do know 6 items here in Swamp Palace. It could very well be in the final stretch.
So it wasn't on the left side of Swamp Palace.
Which would make for an interesting gamble if ChristosOwen wanted to go that direction, but he is not going to take that risk at this stage in this race.
That's really risky at this point.
Parisian player looking at his inventory notices, hey, I don't have the big key, I can't check that big chest. He has not found the compass yet, so that means 2 of these items that are going to be coming across here in the remainder of this dungeon are going to be those 2, and the other 2 are going to be items.
Still love seeing that they're doing some energy strats. That statue pool there, he actually did a hookshot item dash to the skull, so then you can see Link bouncing up and down still, and that's why he's still pushing that statue at an increasingly faster pace going sideways.
It's skills like that will be shown to these runners over and over and over again. Now, Parisian player is going to be going up these stairs. Now, these stairs are notorious.
Oh, he doesn't get it!
You want to explain to people what's going on with those stairs?
Yeah, there's a little bit of a problem with those stairs. If you keep holding the button and not releasing, you go straight down the stairs. You actually have to hold right on your way up the stairs, and then right when you see yourself, you can press down. And then either right or left, you can hold either way, and then just press down, and you should be able to get out of that door easily. But the problem with the program in this game is they did something with the stairs where it's not traditional where you can just hold on one side all the way through to get out the doorway, which is very odd.
And that's the only stairs that does that in the game.
Yep, that is true.
There's the compass. Argus is going to have the 6th and final item of this dungeon.
Argus.
So the question here is, does Christos go back for the item in the big chest, or does he go right straight to Argus? No, he's going to go for the big chest.
He's going for the big chest. Looks like it. Let's see if Argus has it.
And he does. Like I said, that's the only stairs in the game that does happen to. And okay, what do we got from Argus today?
Oh, almost got the strat.
Yeah, I loved seeing the strat yesterday where there was the ice rod kill of Argus.
Oh, not the kind of red he was looking for.
So he gets 2 red things out of this Argus fight, both of which not really required.
Now, let's see where he goes. Does he go into Mire? Or does he go back into Pod?
There's a very big question that's going to be coming up here. He is going up to Death Mountain?
It's probably something he didn't do that he's still trying to remember.
I thought he already grabbed it. Oh, he's checking Spike Cave.
Yeah, there you go.
He hadn't
didn't
done
check
that
Spike
yet.
Cave. Yeah,
That's
that makes
right.
sense. It makes perfect sense then.
So once Christos gets done with Argus, Parisian player will be about midway through the whole fun and excitement that is.
And
the
once again,
Spike
they're
Cave.
pretty even again because Paris is checking this, Christos is finishing this.
Both runners trying to find where that elusive red cane of Samaria is. That is the big question. Where does ChristosOwen go after this?
Yep.
Where does Parisian player go after this?
They're exactly at the same point where they both can decide what to do.
So Christos is going to back to Pod. Or not.
Oh, I think he doesn't
Where
know.
are you going?
I don't think he notices the pendant that he has is the color because ChristosOwen is colorblind, by the way.
Oh, well. Because the last we saw, he noped out of the balance of darkness.
Yeah.
And there it is right there. Whoops.
No, he knows. He couldn't tell the color of what pendant it was, and he thought that was the green.
And that is a no. That is the red pendant. So unfortunately for Christos, going through Swamp did not yield anything good. Now, with Parisian players going back to Pod.
Now that's the same for Christos.
And Christos is going back to Pod as well.
Yeah. Yeah, he probably didn't notice that that's the green pendant. He thought he,
Yep.
Yep, now he's hammering away.
There's the hammers. He's in frustrated mode right now.
Yeah.
And he mirrors out.
Oh, no.
I think Christos is on tilt right now.
Yeah, he's a little on tilt.
All right, now Parisian player did not have the hammer earlier, so he could not get through this dungeon. Now with the hammer in hand, he can actually beat this dungeon. So what is Helmasaur going to yield to him? And other than this, don't forget both runners left behind an item in Ice Palace. If I'm counting it correctly.
Yeah, that's true.
Because all I saw was the butter sword and the blue mail.
Mm-hmm. So this has actually turned out to be a very, very interesting race because they both kind of did the same thing, but I think for Christos it was just like he didn't notice that was the green pendant.
So Parisian player first on down to the basement here, about to go up against Helmasaur. Don't forget, without the lamp, this is a very dark experience for both of these runners. The question is who's going to face off against the Beatles, the faster of the two?
Oh, that's true. With butter, it should be pretty nice, though.
Oh, look at this. Ether strats.
Oh, wow. Nice. It's definitely making an advantage there.
And there he goes, trying to find this way to the door, and he is through, and just gotta get himself into the stair, or the beam.
He's making good use of the, he did push the block. I saw something move.
Yep, the block moved.
And yeah, he's in that room. You see those anti-fairies.
ChristosOwen now into the dark rooms himself. Parisian player going up against Helmasaur.
And he could light it up to make this easier. So that's why he's... Yep,
And
there
there
you go.
he is. This will make his life a whole lot easier for him. Well, if the Beatles want to cooperate, and they don't look like they really want to. Helmasaur is down here in Parisian's end. Helmasaur yields.
The red rupee.
Red rupee.
Now the burning question is, does this green pendant hold what we were looking for?
As ChristosOwen now heads on up to the Hemisaur Fight 2. And if this turns out to be where the red cane is, this is a race, guys. This is how close it is. Parisian player now heading down, going to visit the Shirashula. And ChristosOwen gets the Hemisaur knocked down. Parisian player going in. Shirashula has red rupee.
Oh my goodness. Is this a vanilla red cane? Oh my god. Both these players.
Parisian player now heading into the desert, rather to Misery Mire. And ChristosOwen is going to be disappointed himself.
I think Parisian's thinking there might be an item still in Desert Palace, though.
I don't know.
Huh. Well,
And he
goes back. He goes back.
Realized
because he
got it. He got everything.
He was making sure he got everything. He's like, okay, then this last item dropped by Lambo should be it.
All right. So ChristosOwen here is thinking about his options.
No, he's definitely gonna have to go back to Mire. He knows.
He's going to Misery Mire just for as long as Parisian player does the same.
Wow, this race is coming down to execution and who finds this red cane first.
Absolutely, and there could be a branch in paths here in this Misery Mire. There's not many other options where this cane Samaria can be at this point.
That's very true. Because I think they pretty much scouted all the overworld for us already.
So, taking the standard route, Parisian player across the bridge, and he finds a key. But you're going to find several of them in this seed.
Oh, they're going to give each other a virtual high five right here.
High five. Low five. They don't have time for fives. They want to find a red cane. There's a red rupee.
Not the red cane.
So, if the Cane of Samaria is in here, we know the lamp won't be because we just found one of the two items in here.
Yeah. Now, it probably has to be. There's no way I can think of where else it's going to be at this moment in time now.
That even begs the question, where in the world is this lamp?
It could be in the Mimic Cave room in Turtle Rock.
That would be absolutely rude.
It's very possible that that might be the chest where it is.
How the red key! ChristosOwen finds it!
There's the red key, but he still needs to get the big key. But I think does that mean Parisian found it already too?
Did Parisian get it though? I don't think he did. I don't remember him going up that way.
That is very bizarre.
He does get the big key, so that means you do have to go this way.
Wow. He's gonna have to track back here then and then check it. But at least he has the big key.
So Parisian player going back up. So this pretty much is not a difference. This here is both of these runners are going to have to do different things. And it could have been in the magic why Parisian player didn't do it this way. He probably had to opt out. But there is the Cane of Samaria. Both of these runners are on go mode. We have a race.
And this is not really too far from the room, too.
ChristosOwen has a small lead at this point.
Yep. It's a tiny lead.
Although if he keeps chasing anti-fairies, it's not going to be much of a lead.
There it is. Now they're in his. He has to grab magic though. They both have to. Oh, here's the sink. They're syncing up a little.
Yep. Both of these guys have to grab the magic as they go into the dark rooms. Who handles the dark room better is going to make a big difference at this point in time. Wow, oh wow. The Cane of Samaria up. And I believe that's the compass room of Misery Mire.
Looks like Christos makes it through. No, not yet.
Parisian player, the first one through the first room.
Yep, Parisian makes it through. His dark nav is good.
He gets easily through the second room. Christos trying to make his way through the first dark room still. You're listening for a sound cue at that point. Parisian player a little off on his attempt for the block to change. ChristosOwen is having a lot of problems with the Cane of Samaria.
I think he got it.
No, he doesn't.
He had it, and then he missed it.
I think what the problem is that he's listening for the door opening. He finally gets it, but the problem was I think he heard it because he was standing on it.
Mm-hmm. Now he made it.
So Parisian player now through the final of the dark rooms, and he's the first one to light.
Yep. All right, then now it's pretty much safe. They pretty much got through the hard parts of the dark nav rooms.
And ChristosOwen here, probably about a half a minute behind Parisian player with his issue in that one dark room here in Misery Mire. Whew. It is not a huge lead at this point. Parisian player dealing a couple of silver arrows and reported with the burrito for his for the thanks here for killing Vitreous, and he's going to be the first one off to Turtle Rock. So Parisian player. Oh, look at ChristosOwen going here with Vitreous. 137.07. Parisian player goes on to Death Mountain. ChristosOwen here picking up the burrito. And crystal number 6 for him. About to head on over to Turtle Rock.
And looks like Parisian made it safely past the Dead Rock there.
Dead Rocks are evil.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
all we can say about it. ChristosOwen 137.43 onto Death Mountain. This is a difference of 36 seconds between these runners. 36 seconds means nothing. It all comes down to execution now. Like right here, Parisian having some issues trying to get that second hammer. He doesn't know how close this is right now, but things like that could come into play.
Oh, there it is.
There's a dead rock for ChristosOwen. That is huge. That is brutal there for ChristosOwen. So Parisian player's issue just a moment ago gets countered with ChristosOwen having bad luck against the dead rock.
Yep. He tried to do an item dash to get down out of the activation place, and then he got a little bit stuck there.
Again, this is not a huge lead. This is a small lead. This is something that can easily be countered.
Mm-hmm. Most definitely, it's very, very tight.
You're an hour and 39 minutes in. You just found the Cane of Samaria to enter Go mode. It's your last thing, and it's been plaguing you for the better part of 40-50 minutes. What's going through your mind at this point?
Well, usually in these races, when you get to about this 140 mark, you're thinking your opponent's probably going to dot down anytime soon. especially with these two caliber types of players.
Now, an insurmountable lead is like what's going on with this Pittsburgh-Ottawa game. That's insurmountable, 6-0. This here is surmountable.
This seed. Yeah, the only place I can really think of, you know, where we kept asking, where's that lamp? I honestly have to say, the lamp probably was in the Mimic Room.
It could very well be. That would be the worst trollish place to actually put it. Now, we know this is guaranteed to be a key.
It had to be. And then, or it had to be the big key then has to be in the big key location now.
Yeah, that's correct. There's no other place for it, so that means that you have to spend that key. So we're going to probably end up seeing the bridge. In fact, I almost think we have to see the bridge at this point. Yeah,
you're going to have to see that bridge because you never want to risk not missing a key and not having it and have to redo everything over. Oh, Christos had a little bit of trouble with the chain chomp from here.
Chain chomps are jerks.
Yeah, big key vanilla here. 100% sure. Has to be, because there's no way around.
Being told by Vitorp, who would know a whole lot more than we would, that it can't be in the Mimic Room. Actually, he corrects himself and says it could.
Well, I've seen it there before in other old versions, so I can't believe that it won't be.
Okay, we will scratch and reverse what we said in the last 30 seconds, and we will now return you to your regular scheduled programming, but less hockey talk.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure this time around it might be there, but we don't know. They probably won't check it because there's probably no reason to at this point in time, obviously. Unless they have problems with that last room.
Wouldn't you want to see these guys go through more rooms in this dungeon?
I'm pretty sure he won't go for it. This is probably the easiest dark room of all the three, considered from us.
I have not made myself to that dark room, so I can't really claim it.
Yeah, well, there's a definite certain pattern you can do for this room that we memorized.
Yeah, it's memorization, and I haven't really gone that route. Well, we do find one of the two single arrows of the single rupees in the game. And say goodbye to Parisian players. He's going to disappear off your screen. Now, this is, again, we said this lead here is very tight between both of the lead here from Parisian is very tight. Having issues with this room, and it doesn't look like he's having issues at this moment,
He's
could yield more time to ChristosOwen, who had some issues in Misery Mire.
Okay. Alright. He gets this strat going, yep.
And Parisian player is through the dark room. Now, he does have to check 4 chests until he finds a small key.
Oh, yeah.
ChristosOwen's here going through this dark room, and he finds no problem, and Parisian player falls off the ledge and gets himself the burrito for his efforts. And we find 50 rupees. So, key or item?
There it is.
Key.
He's ready to go.
So we ain't gonna see what's in that final chest, unfortunately.
Ooh, the strats here.
Nice strategy there by Parisian player.
Oh, that cane dash always nice.
Oh,
he did the block for you, right?
Yes, he did.
All right, he did the block on top of the crystal. All right,
He did.
that's the right way. And here's the dash strat.
Oh, another strat here from ChristosOwen. Both beautiful strats here. Parisian player taking out Trianex. And it looks like he's making this look way too easy.
Oh, 0 cycle. That's what he's trying to do. Nice. He gets it.
Wow. Wow, wow, wow.
Oh,
Parisian player having a little issue but still healthy enough. And ChristosOwen here is probably going to end up going through a multiple cycle here. Yep, there's cycle 2. Compass pickup for Parisian player. He is on first again at Tower 144.43. He picks up crystal number 7.
Yeah, that was a
ChristosOwen here lining up, trying to get himself a quick kill.
He's gonna get it too.
Done. 144.42. ChristosOwen going to pick up the crystal coming up here really soon.
It's gonna happen right here. There you go.
145.06. 25-second difference between the runners. Parisian player off to Ganon's tower. Pick a number 1 through 22. Where's that big key going to be? Aye, where do you think it's going to be?
Oh man, this is going to be an interesting one. I hope for a longer key, but I'll go with Bob's chest.
I'm going to go with number 9.
Number 9. All right.
So we're picking the chest. We think the big key is going to be in 22 possibilities. 21 chests plus the torch to make 22. Parisian player going to the right-hand side. What is ChristosOwen going to do? This is going to be quite the race, guys.
Oh my goodness.
This is going to be fun.
Down to the wire, everybody.
We don't see anything in the first 2 chests. Parisian player will mirror and head over to the left-hand side. And ChristosOwen's going to the left too.
Wow. Syncing up. They're going to sync up.
What if this left side here yields the big key?
Wow. This is... he didn't go right at all. Wow. Now they're even here pretty much.
What if this right here has the key? Parisian player first into the room. 4 is the small key. 5 is bombs, and they're going to swap positions here and find the opposite items.
Yep.
Parisian player having a little issue. Okay, ChristosOwen is going right-hand side.
Maybe.
He's going to go right-hand side. I think with the keys in hand, he's going to do the right side gamble. Oh my goodness, this is something interesting now.
Oh,
he is going right-hand side.
The gamble.
8 is a piece of heart on Parisian player. I don't know how we're going to number these chests anymore. He blazes. Oh, he's actually going to do the tile room? No, he's not. He's just trying to get the wall master to fall down before he comes into this room. I see what he's doing. Good, smart move.
All right, he's doing this right side here.
Oh my goodness. Parisian player coming up to chest number 9. ChristosOwen coming up to chest number, which would be 18 through 21. And because he doesn't have magic, ChristosOwen has to do this bomb style, and he's having some issues reaching the
there it is.
crystal switch. He finally gets it once. Nothing here for Parisian player.
Ooh.
All right, left side. Here we go. Right side, rather. No.
Oh,
no.
yes!
Yes! ChristosOwen gets the big key!
It's the right side. The gamble pays off.
And Parisian player continuing through the left side randomizer room. He has no clue what has just happened. As ChristosOwen now takes the lead away. Gets the mimics to line up here for the perfect kill.
Drops. It helps out. He's gonna need all the magic to finish those. Because you have to remind he has the fire rod here.
Yeah, and he doesn't have any protective potions at this point, but
yeah.
And Parisian player is going to be going up against the Armos Knights refight here. The bomb chest coming up. Hi, Bob. This is only game 1 of 3 between these guys, and game 2 is coming up after this one.
Oh yeah, he's probably he's thinking I have the fire rod, I don't have the lamp. If I had the lamp, I didn't have to worry about getting magic here.
And ChristosOwen grabbing that magic refill, which is nice of him to remember that that's there.
Oh yeah, now he's fine. Now he's all the magic.
Oh, half magic turned out to be right here in Ganon's tower.
Hmm.
And Parisian player now heading over to the right-hand side. Yeah, he's probably going to feel sick when he sees how tight this was going into Ganon's tower. He had a 20... Oh, he gets wall mastered!
Oh my goodness. No, you never want that to happen.
Oh no! It's all falling apart for Parisian player now.
Oh my goodness.
And 2 of 3 down for ChristosOwen. And 3 of 3 down. And the hand is not going to claim Link this time around. As Parisian player gets around here, ChristosOwen in decent shape at this point.
Oh my goodness. Well, at least he has the half magic, so he can actually get this pretty fast. All right.
And Parisian player, he's going to choose that top left to be the last one because how it opens up these the holes in the floor. But
Yeah.
he's now heading up, and he's got to be feeling kind of icky at this point.
Yeah, at this point, they're probably both thinking, why is my opponent not dunning? Because this is taking a while now. Oh, interesting mimic strats there with silvers. That's a very good mimic too.
So quickly through, ChristosOwen now going up against Moldern 2. Gets the first hit, tries to spin around, not gonna get fallen off the ledge this time around. And the chest will appear, and what will ChristosOwen do to it?
Box it.
Box into it! That's a new one! And he bunks in the wall for good measure. ChristosOwen now off to Aga 2. Let's see how geometry plays with our players.
Okay, double.
Well, that's a nice double right there for ChristosOwen. Getting lined up here for another double. That's 2 and 2. Can he get a third 2?
Oh, this should be a good one.
This is an easy 2 right there. Yes, 2, 2, and 2. And what are you doing? What are you doing, Christos?
He's making sure he's dead. Definitely.
Yeah, I think he's trying to make sure he's dead by sticking his hook shut. Nah, I'm not going to go any further. I've already been in trouble for phrasing this run. Parisian player up against the Moldern 2 fight. Or, sorry, the Lamola 2 fight. ChristosOwen's up here against the good old Ganon. Butter Sword Silvers, how do you think this fight's going to go, Hai?
Oh, should be pretty relatively easy for both runners.
This should be a boring fight.
Yeah, nothing exciting when you have butter. And silvers, obviously.
Butter.
Yep, butter.
And I think he's already got the hits he needs to send him on over to stage 3, and he does. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Get yourself ready to win game 1.
Oh yeah, it's definitely going to be an interesting one for name number 2 as well. As you can see, both runners are very capable of keeping this tight.
Should be a really fun game too if that's going to be the case. And there's hit number 3, I believe. We'll get confirmation of that in just a moment. Nope. Yep, that's hit 4. ChristosOwen has won game number 1 in this best of 3 series.
Wow. Now, if you weren't excited about that, and you can't give these guys a follow, I don't know what would get you guys going here.
And Parisian player knows the fate, and he has forfeited out of the race.
Yeah, because he knows there's a second match, so it makes sense. He just wants to get there right away. Yeah. These guys put on a great race for you guys. It just came down to that right side gamble in the end.
And it just came down to one thing. ChristosOwen doing the Dark Magician strat of the first 7 chests and then going to the right-hand side.
Yeah, he just had to make sure he had enough keys. I think that makes sense.
And so while we wait for ChristosOwen in here, we have Parisian player with us as well. What a race.
Oh my god, that race was so exciting, Parisian.
Yeah, Christos just said in chat that he went like quickly into right side, like for the northwestern, then right side. And
yeah,
that's probably the difference for the win. We may have entered like right at the same time in Ganon's tower.
You entered about 25 seconds ahead of him.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous.
And we welcome ChristosOwen here. Apparently T takes round 1 over Baguette.
Yeah, good game, man.
Yeah,
I was
congrats.
so sure that I wasn't going to win.
Well, same, because I visited a lot of places too. I did Swamp Palace entirely and had nothing. I did Ice Palace almost entirely.
Yeah, I think I did the same as you. I chose to do Palace of Darkness first, but then I had a really big mishap where I got confused over which one was the green and red pendant, and ended up getting the red pendant before the green, and then going to Sashrahala thinking I had the green pendant, and then I just spoke to him for like 20 seconds, and then he put something on my map for me.
I entered Palace of Darkness twice because I could not find the mitts or any gloves, so I popped into Palace of Darkness and did like everything but the end.
Yeah, same as me. That was such a difficult seed, to be honest.
Yeah, it's like Titan mitts in Desert, which was a pendant, and like the amazing fetch quest Agahnim for boots, for flippers, and Pearl, and all that shit. Like it was a very weird seed.
How about that location of the Cane of Samaria?
Oh, I just can't believe it. So I checked everything open to me except for one chest in Ice Palace.
Same.
And I was just like, I'm not going back. Like I flew to 8 and then was like, I'm just going to go and accept my fate and do Maya. I know it's not there, but I'm going to do it anyway.
It's weird because apparently we did exactly the same thing. How did I pull up ahead? Like,
my gameplay wasn't great. I think I had to fight Moldorm 5 times, at least like 4 or 5 times. I made some pretty dumb decisions. And then I was so sure I lost, so I was like, yeah, I'm going to do the Dark Magician Ganon's Tower strat. And looks like that's the only reason that I won.
It's the reason because, yeah, as I said, I was burned. Maybe because of your gameplay, 25 seconds was not enough for me to win in Ganon's Tower. But like I would have gotten a big chance.
Yeah, I guess it would have been much, much closer.
Yeah. And
well, if you were already at Moldorm 2...
I hesitated, but because also my point of view was I may be way ahead, way behind because I visited so many places and I really hesitated between going right and I was like, well, no, because if it's tight and it's left and I'm going to look stupid, so...
Yeah, I had this really big panic moment I'd gone into Palace of Darkness. I didn't have the lamp, and all of a sudden I remembered that I hadn't checked Smithy or Hammerpeg Cave or Magic Bat Cave or Purple Chest, and I was like, oh no. And I was like, do I stay in pod? Do I quit? What do I do?
Did you do everything lampless?
Yes, I never found the
okay.
lamp.
Yeah, same.
Where was
I
it?
don't know
Did
where
you
it
find
is.
it?
No.
Oh, wow, okay. It could. Well, I guess it must have been that one chest in Ice Palace or Sashahala
Sashola.
or somewhere in Ganon's Tower.
No, Sashola I visited. It was 20 rupees.
Oh, so did I. What am I talking about?
It could be. We know of 3 places where it could have been. It could have been that last chest in Turtle Rock. It could have been in the Mimic Cave,
Oh,
or
true.
that one chest in Ice.
Yep.
I thought the logic of the game expected that you never needed to do a dark room without the lamp. So
Yeah,
to make
therefore
the
it
last
must have
chest,
been
you
in
need
Ice.
to go through the last.
So it wouldn't have been the last chest. So it was in one of 2 locations then.
Yeah,
Yep.
that's true. It must have been in Ice Palace.
Ice
Wow.
Palace or Mimic Cave. Those are the only 2 possibilities.
Oh, yeah, maybe.
I'm just gonna take some water and I'll join you back.
All right, guys, go ahead and take a 5-10 minute break
yeah. Take a
and
break,
come back
please.
for game number 2.
A well-deserved 5-minute break.
Yeah, after that. Thanks, guys. I'm just going to grab some drinks as well.
Enjoy your drinks, guys, and good luck in game 2. Give us the same kind of game we had this time around, with less fetch quests.
Yeah, and better decisions.
All right, give it up for both of these runners here, ChristosOwen as well as Parisian Player. Game 2 coming up in just a few minutes. You want to do a double header here, Hying?
Oh yeah, double headers, always funny, and I gotta represent my buddies here.
All right, see you in, I hope, first next time.
Hopefully the fourth of game 3, which
That's
would
the
be
kind of
awesome
attitude I
here.
want. Yeah. But yeah, I'm going to hop
Alright.
off here. So yeah, good luck in the next race, dude.
Might be my last randomizer in a very long time, so focus a lot to get it.
Look forward to it.
All right, good luck, guys. And once again, Parisian Player at ChristosOwen. And we're going to go ahead and take a 5-10 minute break, as I'm sure me and Hiei has got to take care of a couple things in between runs. These guys are going to get themselves all set up for their next run. So stay tuned. Game 2, ChristosOwen, Parisian Player, best of 3 series will be coming up in just a few minutes.